Hi everybody, it's time for your Farm and Ranch News. Well, it's time for another Montana Stock Growers Association Leadership, Legacy, and the Land episode. You know, ranching has always been the backbone of Montana, and for one cattleman in Judith Basin County, it's more than just a job, it's a lifelong passion. Andy Kellom, a longtime member of the Montana Stock Growers Association, is dedicated to the industry and ensuring its future for generations to come. For Andy Kellom, ranching isn't just work, it's a way of life. As the general manager of Judith Basin County Farms, he's spent the past 15 years solving problems, making plans, and adapting to a rapidly changing industry.
From the time I was old enough to know what I wanted to do, you know, the cattle industry was it. And in particular, you know, when I was really young, I just wanted to be a cowboy. Like that was what I really wanted to do. And I spent a lot of the first part of my career, I made my living in a saddle, and I loved every minute of it.
Kellom's roots in ranching run deep. Growing up in Idaho, he spent countless hours working on his family's ranch, learning the business from the ground up.
I worked for a lot of neighbors. My family has a ranch in southeast Idaho. I spent a lot of time there, and it just, you know, going out across the sagebrush or the grass, you know, after rain and smelling that, like there's only a few things in the world that would be any better than that.
Now, his job looks a little different. These days, he spends more time making business decisions than riding the range.
I definitely spend a lot of time in the pickup now, spend a lot of time in my office, but you know, it's different. You got to get used to, it's been quite an adjustment for me to get used to, you know, not thinking so much about the nuts and bolts of what happens every day and thinking in broader terms of what are we going to do this week? What are we going to do this month? What's our goal for this year?
One thing Kellom is sure about, involvement in shaping the future of the industry is more important than ever.
It's more important now than ever that people in production agriculture are involved in policy making, because we're going to get run over if we don't. And that's where I believe the work that the Montana Stock Growers Association is doing is absolutely vital to the future of our industry.
Kellom believes the biggest challenge facing ranchers today is ensuring that family operations remain viable for the next generation.
I think that's our number one obstacle right now, is the regulatory environment, the economic environment, the social environment that we've got to be engaged on so that we have a sustainable business to carry on to the next generation.
Despite the challenges, he remains optimistic. With record high cattle prices and strong demand for beef, he sees a bright future ahead.
The future's as bright now as it ever has been. It's challenging, it's different, it's not the future that our parents had, but I do believe that we're producing, you know, one of the safest, most wholesome proteins on the planet, and there's a consumer out there that wants to buy our product, and so we just got to keep those things in mind, and there's a big bright future in front of us. Now,
Kellom's commitment to ranching and the future of Montana's cattle industry remains strong. As an active member of the Montana Stock Growers Association, he continues to advocate for producers and the policies that keep family operations running. And with the right leadership and involvement, he believes the industry can remain strong for generations to come.